Waste it. Potential.
This is a SAIDON exclusive.
Sate exclusive. Yeah.
I can hardly
Put a little elbow grease in my time. My crib got a centerpiece of my wife. More props been credited with my line. Like so eloquent with them rhymes. Young man, way less vulgar. My vernacular is everywhere. You can say it's broken. Yeah, my flavor coast to coast is often stolen. You can even say the sauce is global. I don't need you, homie. I don't need no homies. That lie in my name. You can leave me lonely. I'm a dream chaser, nigga. You ain't seen this rolling. You niggas fresh out the dryer. I can see you folding that. Heat too close. That beat's supposed to loop. Interstellar Beastie Boys with hooks. My list is levels. Crossing mountain boost. Peanut butter trays.
Where you going? To the dojo?
A tapered gi is nuts. With stretch, with 5% spandex.
Just in case. All right, y'all ready?
Hey.
Yo. Can y'all hear me?
Yes. We do this every week.
There's another.
No. Yo. You can hear me, right?
I can hear you loud and clear. Loud and clear, Captain.
Yo. Sing this podcast. Episode
100.
100.
Who are 100? Who are double zero?
I'm here.
George. Ryan.
Present.
Probably someone at the scouting combine. Don't they wear jerseys with 100 on it?
I mean, shoot, just Will Chamberlain scored 100 points.
That's
Scored
good.
100.
Will Chamberlain.
And 100 other things.
And
Probably 100,000
that's not even,
other
that can't be true either. It's impossible. It's
Maybe not the
impossible.
overall number, but it's over 100. I think
Oh,
we
of
know
course.
that.
I'm like, that's I know people probably over that. Like,
All right. Well, let's not name it.
Episode 100.
Episode 100. We made it.
We actually did make it.
This is the last Sneak This episode.
This mic doesn't smell as
We'll ever air.
Yeah, the mic doesn't smell as crazy today, in case you guys are wondering.
Good. That was my favorite part of the last episode. But we're going to get into our favorite parts of Sneak
Nah,
This
it was
later.
something else that you kept talking about.
Oh, when you booped that mic with your nose.
You should have put that sound like what's his name? I'm Tyrone. When he hits the cigarette or whatever.
I can't think of maybe that. I actually got that too. That was gonna be like the last sound at the end of the show. I have that. I have it's a slap. It's like. Pop.
I did watch a video of a midget jumping off a boat. Sorry, little person, and it was that.
No.
noise.
Like
like a water drop.
it could be any little person jumping into any body of water.
That's a fact. That's a fact. And it was a different video than I had seen before because I've seen
man
I know
jumping
I've
off
seen
a
one
boat?
before.
I feel like we talked
I
about
saw
that
the other day.
before.
Jumped off a boat.
Yeah, he looked like he was gonna fall. I thought he was gonna fall over the because they put that metal.
Rail?
Yeah, rail or whatever. I don't even know what it's for. It's for nothing
Cleared it,
because
though.
my
It's got hops.
brother-in-law owns a boat and it does nothing. It weighs.
He's got
It's like
hops.
aluminum. I thought he was gonna trip over that. He was like,
died too.
he might have.
He has the
I don't
impact.
even know if it's physically possible for
Their
a midget to
arms,
swim.
their arms might.
Dude, little person.
A little person to swim. I don't think it's physically possible.
I mean,
Well, I guess I seen newborn baby swim before. They threw it in the, not a newborn,
I don't
but
know
like
about swim, but yeah, they turn upside down.
no, they
You
were
can float.
paddling
You
like
can
a
float.
dog. Ain't that baby swimming on the cover of that Nirvana album? Isn't it?
I'm gonna need you to chill out.
Is that Nirvana?
yes.
I know my stuff, fam.
You may know that was Nirvana, but that definitely wasn't a baby swimming.
There's a butt naked baby in there
Yeah,
swimming.
off to the dollar bill.
What are you talking about?
I know what the cover is.
Oh.
It doesn't mean the baby was actually
The
swimming.
baby was swimming. It was an action shot.
Okay.
The baby was doing laps.
Yes, it was. It was the person who created GoPro.
Everybody weekend's cool?
Yeah.
I don't even remember
been
what
sick.
happened.
What happened over the weekend?
Almost died.
Well,
Had
besides,
104
yeah.
fever. Literally
yeah, I
almost
remember
died.
I have no idea. I took antibiotics and would drink some liquor one night and had the worst hangover I've ever had in my entire life. And Hannah was like, "Yeah, you're not supposed to drink on antibiotics." And I was like,
You could have died too.
And he said, and George said, I was on antibiotics.
I was like,
He
"Oh,
drove a tractor. Drove some heavy machinery.
I didn't even think I drank that much, and it was all vodka. Normally, when vodka, because it's clear and just you're not drinking a lot of sugar with it, I don't get bad hangover, bro. I was still feeling it 2 days later. Pause.
You're getting old though.
I am, but like beer, I can't.
Not today. You don't look old today. You look like new George today.
You look completely different.
You don't even look like you look like George.
We'll let the listeners decide.
He went to a real barbershop this time.
Today. This is George Bell.
I mean, you only get married once, I would presume.
Wedding this weekend.
Wow.
I'm actually can't wait.
I know.
I'm gonna tell him
really
to play that
excited.
Nipsey Hussle song.
At
just
first,
because.
I wasn't coming because the Rockets are playing the
I was
Celtics.
actually really excited.
Yes.
But I told Rocio I think we should probably make this. So
This might be my favorite wedding music of all time at his wedding because I normally hate wedding music.
I can't even think of music at weddings. Like,
Supposedly the DJ has like an app where you can request it. I don't know if you guys have seen that before, but that
gotta pay
sounds
for
kind
it?
of dope.
Bro,
think so.
all right. Let me.
I
tell
mean, you might have to like tip him $1 or something.
Before we
I'm
get
just
in,
saying, like you gonna request anything anyways.
before we get into today's episode, I want to tell a funny story about yesterday having to do George's wedding. So when I logged in,
Simple's a moron.
when I logged into his registry, it had George and then it had George and Hannah. So I clicked on George. I'm like, what does George want? And it had these 2 dog shock collars. So I text Hannah and I'm like, yo, y'all getting a dog? And she was like, not to my knowledge. Why? And I'm like, oh, fuck. I'm like, George is surprising Hannah with a dog, and I just fucking ruined it.
No, it's not true. You wacko.
So I'm like, so then she's like, why? And I was like, oh, no, nothing. And she's like, no, why would you think we were getting a dog? And I was like, no, I was just gonna get you a dog and like bring it to the wedding as a joke. And she was like, okay, weirdo. And I'm like, so I text George, and I'm like,
the
George,
worst liar ever.
I'm like, George, I'm like, are you getting Hannah a dog? And he's like, and he sends me like the slant eye emojis, no racist. And he's like,
the smush face. Yeah,
and
what?
And he's like,
besides smush face, what do you call that?
Sorry, just going back. You said he sent you that emoji?
Yeah.
Instead of just saying no?
instead of just saying no.
Instead
of just saying no. And he was like, man. And I'm like, oh,
We'll let the listeners decide about that too.
Now I'm like, oh, fuck. Like, Hannah texts him, like, why does Ryan think we're getting a dog? And now he's pissed at me. I'm like, oh, fuck, I really ruined this shit. So I asked him like 5 times before. He's like, no, I'm not getting no dog.
Yeah,
and I'm like,
to answer questions.
Bruh, I was so shook that I ruined this huge surprise for Hannah about getting a dog.
Honestly, if you would have bought 2 dog collars and you actually gave them as a gift, they probably would have thought it was for them, like some weird joke.
Some weird sex shit. No.
Bruh, I didn't even think about that. Oh my God.
If y'all would have opened up and like...
These 2 shock dog collars with remotes. Y'all zap each other. Zap.
Oh my God. Yes, for a Doberman.
Oh my God, dude. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, bro, he was so mad when I ruined 1 episode of True Detective. He's gonna be eating at me right now.
If you sent the slant eye emoji, if that's what you said,
Can
then I
we
would have
call
thought
it the smush face
thing.
or whatever? Because that just sounds bad.
It's not even smush face. Well,
When
it's not
the,
even
like-
slanted eyes. It's slit eyes.
It's
I don't
like
know
when
what
you
that
look at
is.
someone like,
Discontent? I don't know what
that's
that
how
means.
you look at everybody. So
You're right.
yes, you do know what it means. You, I think, started sending it before. Well, we used to send it before it was an emoji. You said you did it at a Diamondbacks game, and it was on the big
Oh, the
screen.
big
And you
screen.
gotta tell that story, or you seen it up
I
there.
can't even remember. I had did where it was like send a tweet or something, and all I sent
Because people
was
used
the-
to put the like long face like this long, with
Yeah.
all the underscores.
Oh, but I did the one that we used to do with the long
Yeah.
eyes and the long mouth, and they put it on the jumbotron at the Diamondbacks game, and I was like, oh look.
That's my tweet.
Anyways,
What are we talking about today?
today's a little different.
Today's a little different.
Since today is episode 100, I know people
100.
people probably thought we had, something big or something special. I mean, I guess it's a little special.
I mean, weddings in 2 days.
I mean, the
Weddings
wedding
is-
obviously
that's
wedding
big, yeah.
talk.
This is a big
you
week.
can film at
There's a
the
lot of
wedding
stuff going
and
on.
put it in a new
There's a
video
lot of stuff
if you
going
want.
on.
I actually thought about that. So I was like, I don't want to be a weirdo.
We can
think people
do
with
the
cameras at
what you call it
weddings is weird.
live. We could do go IG live from the wedding.
Well, we're actually gonna.
Bruh, one of the
Talk about us.
barbers today had IG live just going as he's cutting someone's hair.
You must have went to like a real popular barber out here then, because them popular barbers out here like they do like
There was people.
specialize in
There was
fades.
people in there when I went in there, but when like the last 10 minutes I was getting my haircut, there was no one there. It was empty, and it was 3. It was the owner and 2 other barbers.
I think this episode, I mean, it's a little different.
A little
I mean,
different.
we're gonna talk about ourselves, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't want to say we're interviewing ourselves, but it's more like a recap of everything. And
Origin stories,
I don't even know if the origin. Why do you keep saying origin?
because it sounds.
It sounds like a version of like.
Makes me think of Wolverine.
Drake. What's the video game? Drake's Revenge. What's that video game?
Uncharted.
Uncharted Origins. Origin story.
We're gonna do pickups. You might grab anything this week.
Pickups.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you bought something. I didn't get anything this week.
I bought a lot of stuff, I think. Well, not a lot of stuff, but I bought some stuff.
What'd you grab?
Remember. I got 2 pairs of the Flyknit trainers.
The black ones?
Dang, doubled up. You got hit on
I mean,
SNS?
kind of on accident because not on accident. Yeah, I got them on SNS at first, and then I was like, I'll just try on the sneakers app. And I actually forgot about it. And I was like, oh shit. And I opened it up. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's random because you tried immediately. That's the second time with the gold toe ones. You did it immediately. I guess I did it immediately too, but I still had to switch the size from 12 to 10, and I still got them. I don't get it. And they're selling for like $250, $300.
These flight nets?
As far as I know, size 12, the like cheapest size on GOAT is $290.
What?
Wow.
I think. I don't know.
I don't know. I wasn't even awake.
Caramba.
I've been woke since Friday, bro. I've been literally sleeping all day, every single day. Until I said I'm going to the hospital if I feel crazy. I went to urgent care and they were like, you have 104. You could have died. I've had this since
Man,
Friday.
I told you that.
Bro.
You're a moron. Huh?
I was hallucinating, bro. I had this crazy dream about Brad Pitt and Jennifer Aniston. I don't even know. They both died at the exact same time in the dream. Like, they both died the exact same second. And I was
Someone
like,
texted me the other day and said I had a dream
And
about
white
you.
culture was over
and
forever.
It was not someone you would think. Like, it wasn't, the story wasn't weird, but it was just like, why would you be dreaming?
about you?
Yeah.
Somebody had a dream
Like,
about
someone I
you?
haven't talked about in a long time and just texted me out of the blue.
I would have been like, what happened?
No, they told me what happened, and it made absolutely no sense.
What
But
happened?
why would, if you haven't seen me in like 6 months, why are you randomly dreaming about
That's
me? And 6 months
scary.
later,
I don't like dreams. They weren't dreaming about a wedding, right? That's
don't
bad
think-
luck
I
in the
don't think
Mexican
so.
culture.
all right.
100% fact. What'd you pick up, Ryan?
I picked up Bread Toe 1.
Oh, that wasn't it, by the way, but go ahead.
Shout out Lapstone and Hammer raffle. They come in tomorrow. They're supposed to come in today.
That name is crazy. I need to know what that means. Is that the dude's names to open the store or
Supposed
what?
to come in today, but they didn't. Then I got a pair of, because I had a $20 off coupon code from Foot Locker, so I got a pair of those Devin Booker Zoom
Fly trash.
whatever they're
Zoom fly.
$50. And today I think I bought a pair of Supreme Van Skull Piles, and I also bought the Concepts Rose 574s.
I didn't try for anything.
Oh, the restock was today.
574s.
Bro, I've been so busy lately, I didn't even know that was coming out.
574s flew.
Which is garbage because nobody
Oh, it was a
likes
574 Rose?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I thought it was the same exact thing.
No,
did,
and it
like,
was
Sneaker Freaker
very
and
reasonably
Dion must
priced.
have texted you personally.
It was very reasonably priced at $120.
Nobody likes 574.
I like 574s.
No, you don't.
I do like 574s.
Well, the masses, the people who aren't sneakerheads like them. Sneakerheads don't
I
like
do
them.
like
That's the
574s.
difference.
I actually
don't
do.
care. I mean, I've always.
It's the most popular model they have, but it's because
Because it's the
dads are
most-
buying them.
One of my favorite
It's just like
collaborations I have is a 574.
Air Monarch. It's,
is it?
The Hypercats.
That's a 574? Yeah. I don't think that's a 574.
Yeah, it is.
No, it's not. The pink, yellow, blue ones?
Yeah.
Those aren't 574s.
Oh, let me look it up.
Those are like 5 something.
Oh, it's 577. You're right.
What else do you get, George?
All right, you're right. It's 577.
those boosts that you made fun of. I sold them already.
For how much?
Which ones?
I bought them for 85. I think I sold them for 120. I only made like $20 or $15 or something, but it's better than holding on to them. I need to know, by the way, if there's tissue, supposed to be tissue inside.
I'll look
or-
tonight. Remind me when I get home. I think. Actually, I don't know. Yeah, remind me. I don't know if I have them.
You gonna go in there and it's gonna be the same thing? No paper, no insert. I mean, I have
But-
both. I can put paper or the other one, but I don't want
But-
what you call it, the authenticated, and be like, nah, these are fake.
But
They don't
a
come with these
person
inserts.
told me
Like,
that
bruh.
I know who works at StockX that if you send shoes in that don't have the paper, they have extra paper there, and for the most part, they'll help you out with
Lit.
a little stuffing. Pause.
Thanks, you know who, for authenticating the pair that I sent in the other day because it went to Tempe, so I'm assuming it was you.
What else?
We won't say his name. I don't remember. I think that might be it. I'm not sure.
Can you get some more reacts? No?
I did, but I thought I said that last week.
I don't know.
I got a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
got
stuff
the all
in the
black
mail.
pair with the blue on the back. I got those in. They're actually kind of tight.
Oh.
I just don't know if I'm gonna keep them because those are going for over retail too. I think.
And then I also bought today a Knicks one, a used one, because my dead stock one sold for $300 last night, and I found one that was worn like 3 or 4 times for $150 today on eBay. So it's lit.
Hey, but you don't even like the shoe.
I do like it. I just didn't want to wear it because I don't
Fall
want to.
2018. Weight,
Those are
weight
sick.
runner.
Because I don't want to unds them. I just wanted to be able to like wear it. That's actually that's super dope.
They don't kind of look all right.
Those are lit.
The only time I can get Yeezys is when there's a pre-order. I mean, and they still sell out. But how does that work? I don't understand how I get it.
I might pre-order that one. Now, if they do it now,
it's the same
and I don't
thing.
get it to ship to
You
December,
already know
I'm not
that's
doing
how it
it.
works. You geek as
Well,
away.
they ain't doing it. They better not do it now. Episode 100.
Episode 1.
You didn't buy nothing?
No.
What comes out this week?
Oh, you've been
I've
dead. That's right.
What comes out this
literally
week?
been dead.
All
Because that was
let me-
week.
Let me look.
Anything come out this week?
Let me look.
I don't know, man.
Oh, those Royal 13s come out
No one cares.
Saturday.
No one cares.
Stuff
It is-
came out today.
You know what
No,
is going to be
today's
crazy
Thursday.
if
Tomorrow's
that
Friday.
stuff really happens where Nike is like limiting the number of pairs. Like say they have more vendors, but you know supposedly the what was
Yes.
the one that just came out, the bread toes or whatever,
Toes.
or for the first release of that new
Wave.
whatever it is.
If
And
bread toes,
it is going to be interesting.
I'm sorry, but if bread toes were this hard to get, I am scared for Shadow ones because I need a pair of Shadow ones.
I just sold mine.
I
so
sold
I
you a
don't-
pair
I
of
don't-
Shadow.
bet I need a new pair of Shadow ones. I need the new quality
Need is not-
remastered
you're using the wrong
Shadow
word.
ones.
You're using
No,
the wrong
I'm not.
word.
Did you know that black toes are selling for $500?
DS.
Well, yeah, maybe dead stock and on what's that website?
StockX?
Flight
No,
Flight
StockX.
X. I was going to say Flight X.
Like four
Flight
six-
Club.
Isn't it now? Isn't Goat and Flight Club the same thing now? Float. What are they now?
I don't think it's quite gone together yet, but yeah, something like that.
Oh, and
There's-
spoiler alert,
doesn't
these are
look like-
fire.
This doesn't look like
Spoiler alert.
much of anything coming out this weekend. Maria
Somebody said they don't
Sharapova,
like that I-
Cortez. You seen those?
Yep.
Somebody said they don't like that I say fire about everything. I say your
Oh,
comment is fire.
Outburst OG. The funniest thing about Outburst OG that I saw on social media, you probably were asleep. I don't know why I keep asking you
I haven't
if you
seen
were
nothing.
awake.
I don't know what y'all talked about this weekend.
Russ Baston was like, them joints should
Yep.
be at
gotta go.
at Marshall's or something like that every day of the week.
What shoe?
What shoe?
The Outburst OG.
What's that?
What is that?
That sucks.
Just like
What
another.
you smoking?
another,
That's fire.
Like old Nike dash.
Oh, that's not bad.
Them joints. Fire.
That's not bad.
It's trash. Oh, you know what? Let me take a closer look.
A gander.
But they look like old school turf shoes for NFL.
Shit,
turf
I didn't know
shoes.
these were re-releasing this weekend.
Greg got him on right now.
Well, I know he does, but did you?
Well, I was wearing those.
Those release every
thought I
like
was
every other
wearing-
month.
I
I
don't
think.
think they do.
I thought I
Every
was
6
wearing,
months that shoe
Yeezy
comes
2s.
out.
The 270s are all coming out. We were talking about that one pair with like the infrared on the back or whatever.
You should
I
probably
didn't
see
buy-
what we looked at. We just
That's a women's one though, right? The one
Nah, we talking about we won. Well, I wasn't. We won. We didn't win. They gave us the early look.
we win in
Episode 100.
episode 1.
Yeah, I don't think there's nothing
100.
coming out. Oh, Off-White.
George,
Off-White
Ryan.
Jordan 1 overseas.
Greg,
Oh.
Saturday.
Sneak This Podcast episode
Yep, that's it.
Y'all,
numero 100.
So that's the only shoe that matters. And then
Man,
next
we
weekend
off
we'll
that.
talk about it. But that's
We're
Soul,
off that.
the Soul 30,
We're off that though.
the what?
the Soul like Seoul, Korea.
I ain't been wearing nothing from Korea, fam.
Okay, well you can only get it in one store, so you're not getting it anyway.
Yeah,
So.
and it comes with a nuclear bomb.
Okay.
Sean Miller told the NCAA F you today, or he actually told ESPN F you, and Alonzo Trier is reinstated and playing tonight. So NCAA, suck my dick, you jerk offs.
And did Sharif O'Neal recommit?
Nope, he committed to UCLA 2 days ago, I think.
Well, he uncommitted to U of A, so he uncommitted to UCLA.
He could, but he said his decision is made. I mean, it is what it is. Kids got
Even
to
that good?
kids got to go. I mean, he's not Shaq, obviously, but he's
Well, no,
top
he's
30.
Sharif.
He's top 30 player in his class.
Eh.
He's like these new age cats who are like 6'9", can jump and shoot. You know, not
Hybrid.
Shaq,
Broccoli hair.
where he just probably
All of them broccoli heads.
he doesn't have the New York Giants man broccoli head like the dyed one. Is that out now? Is that still in or is that out?
Still in, fam.
He doesn't have that, but
I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing with my hair.
Braids.
dang,
100.
I think they used the
might.
wrong picture here, but
Did y'all think we'd get to 100?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I have no idea. I didn't. No,
kind of just took it.
the first episode, no joke, I was nervous the first episode because I was like, "What if I look stupid on?" Oh, I guess we weren't on camera, but
we didn't do video
said the
until
dumbest
episode
stuff.
59.
Yeah, it was a while.
Like,
the ones
took
I
us a
have,
long time,
are out
bro.
now.
I mean, every week you say it's our last episode, so I just kind of show up every
me?
week. I just kind of show up every week, and
Smoking those on suck.
if we're still coming,
I don't know, man. I don't got one of them. Like, I don't know. I didn't. I figured we would, but I don't know. It started off kind of rough. Like, we was arguing a lot.
those were the best episodes.
I don't know about.
Oh, you mean like amongst ourselves in the text messages?
messaging.
Yes, we did argue a lot. Yes, we did. We went through some rough patches. There's been some growing pains.
Yeah, because you guys are jerks. That's why.
About what? Man,
Look at him. Look at you. You about to be a jerk right now, man.
have y'all learned?
I just like calling people jerks. So
y'all learned anything through this process?
I learned that it's best to just tell Greg he's right.
No, yeah, okay. George is the most rightest person on earth.
No, if you tell Greg, when you tell George he's right, he just keeps telling you why he's right. So I just put my phone down and he starts arguing.
yeah, you guys.
If you say to George, "All right, dude, you're right. I see your point," he's like, "Do you?" And then, and it's like, "All right, bro, I just told you win, bro. Like you win. What the fuck you want?
I don't think I
you
do
win."
that as much anymore.
I don't have.
I might have to interview Hannah about that one.
What's funny is I hate when people, I don't got one. I hate when you like see stuff where people be like, "Yo, people told me they never make it to 100 episodes. They never told me I could start a podcast."
I didn't even think about the 100th
Got
episode when we
nonsense
started.
like
I
that.
just was like,
I was thinking about the 10th. I was thinking about the 10th episode.
I didn't think about nothing except the one.
Honestly, when we did episode 52 and it was our 1 year, This actually is this would be 102. It would have been 102 if we hadn't missed a week. So we'd be 2 episodes away from our 1 year.
Have we missed a week
2
besides
weeks.
last week?
No, just the 2 weeks.
Oh, okay. And
Well, we missed last week and then
No, we were.
Oh no, we were supposed to miss
we
this week.
recorded. I
We've
think.
only missed 1 week.
Yeah. Okay, like Thanksgiving or something. We recorded one, and maybe we didn't put it up, or maybe it didn't have video.
No, it didn't have video.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, that was the only one that didn't have video.
And no one on YouTube watched it.
Yeah.
Only on iTunes. Watch our videos, fuckers.
And like them and subscribe.
I don't care about that. Well,
And tell a
subscribe,
friend
yeah,
to
'cause
tell
we
a friend.
Almost at 1,000.
Yeah, we're like 997 or
We
something.
have been for about 8 months.
I think, honestly, just the podcast within itself. There's tons of brand new listeners. Like,
Yes.
a lot of brand new listeners, a lot of people paying more attention. What?
Was the release date for Infinity War ever known before today?
Yeah,
They
May.
tweeted it.
And it's changing to April.
Oh, okay. All right, I was about to say, because it ain't May.
I think I'm a little. This is literally because of a text message thread.
Yes.
It's the only reason why I thought this would be a good idea. And I think I was a little weird about starting the podcast because I was like, I only talk about sneakers with you guys 24/7, but I know I got like other homies and stuff that like probably were wondering like, why the heck he didn't ask us to do it? And I don't think it would have been authentic. Like, and I think the thing about
Well, you got to keep in mind, there's some people have personalities to do certain things and some people don't. Like, I know musicians, and when you're sitting there and having drinks and whatever, certain people might be
I know what
funny,
you're talking
but
about.
I don't.
I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm not talking about your favorite person.
know
I'm
what
talking
you're
about
talking
somebody else.
Is he performing at the wedding?
Okay.
I know what you're talking about.
You might go. You probably gonna go up to him and ask him to beatbox. So you probably are.
I just don't want to hear any more stories.
No, I'm not talking about him. But just like
Ruin my night.
certain people who are used to performing in front of crowds, like it doesn't mean they can come sit here and do this or whatever.
yeah, but we
You
didn't
what
know
I'm
we
saying?
could do this.
Uh,
We didn't know we could talk like this, especially considering how much we talk all day. To come here and
nah. I mean, I
talk
think
more?
I think I knew I could do a podcast. I don't know if I could do what like Two Dope Queens did, where they like are actual comedians and got a HBO show and all that kind of stuff. I don't think I'm like could do that. I could do this show on TV, and someone should buy this show clearly. But
Sometimes-
but I'm not a get on stage and be a comedian. I mean, I don't writing material and that kind of stuff.
Sometimes I wish that the fans could see our text message thread because there is some gold in there that we can't bring to the show.
There's also some stuff that we shouldn't ever talk about.
There's also some stuff that we should never
Really
talk about
should.
in there.
I'm like, our text thread sometimes is out of control.
And
sometimes.
our text thread started off talking about our dookie.
But we honestly, I mean, our personalities is what make the show.
Dookie is still a thing in the thread.
It
Dookie's
is what
still
it
a
is.
thing.
We don't talk about Dookie as much. I had good Dookies today.
All right. I don't think that. I'm just surprised at the progression. Like, I see a lot of, and you know what? And I don't want anybody taking anything.
Are you talking about like if you listen to the first episode it's trash and then you listen like something else?
You can listen.
I
to
think we
a
were
lot
good
of
by like the
podcasts.
5th or 10th episode or something.
I think it might have been like after 10.
We always have the chemistry.
What was the episode with Steve from Rejuvenator? What episode was
That
that?
had to have been taught in
Early,
the, in the
3,
early,
4,
in the, yeah, it had to have been
Early?
in the first 10.
Have you guys listened to that recently?
No.
That one was so awful sounding. Like, incredibly bad.
I haven't heard it.
And
The only ones that sound bad to me is because that's the only one I listen to is number 1, and then anything we recorded at my house because of the audio was terrible.
I think another thing is that, you know, I mean, I'm appreciative to you guys even agreeing to do this, honestly, because I thought one of us at some point would be, actually, I thought one of you guys would, honestly,
What?
at some point be like, yeah, I don't want to do this no more. Like, I just did. I
I mean,
mean,
it's not like there's a lot of responsibility about it. I don't like doing it
not-
in certain times in terms of like not being here. It's easy to come here and do this. The problem that sucks is coming up with content, using time to make lists, all that kind of stuff. Because people think it's easy to do this. It's not easy to do it. It's easy to come here and do this, but it's like anything else. You got to prepare for it.
and
It is
maybe
an
not-
extra, yes.
Maybe not this episode, but typically, yes. You got to go read stories. You got to go watch videos. You got to go create your list. You got to do internet searches. Man, we're busy people. I really don't got time for some of that stuff sometimes, especially right now. Wedding, man, I literally all day today. This is what I did. Went and checked on my suit at 9, directly from there to a haircut, directly or went to Goodwill to drop stuff off that we're donating.
And get a new suit.
And pick
tux up.
another suit up. Yeah. Then to the house to clean up for the party and people who are staying at the house. To the tailor again. Here. Constantly, I didn't sit down once.
He had to go to the tailor again because after he got the haircut, they had to refit it for the suit.
Oh no, you didn't hear that. Yeah. Yes, I didn't. You didn't hear the story.
He got a haircut. You were like, oh, you got to refit.
I mean, I'm more surprised. I mean, if I want to talk personally, I mean, I don't know. I don't think editing and stuff like that. I didn't know I could do stuff
Well,
like that.
yeah, you have a harder task than we do.
I didn't even know I could even learn to do that, to be honest with you. Like, it's not easy. And like you said, a lot of people think this is easy. Like, and most of the time, I think we talk off the cuff. Like, we might write some little stuff here and there. But most of the time, it's how we feel, which is
Yeah,
why,
I'm not talking about taking notes. I'm talking about
Right.
you got to at least know the topic or whatever.
But which is why I think when I tell people that this is literally like our text message thread on a podcast, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And if in that text message thread we might say something bad about somebody, we would say it on here sometimes. Like, and it didn't bother us because, you know, that was the thing I hated when people would try to say we were like a gimmick. Like, I didn't come on here trying to be something that I'm not. Like,
I don't have enough energy to be two different people.
yeah,
I mean, I'm
I
sorry.
don't it's not. And I'll tell you one thing I learned, that, you know, sticks and stones break bones. Words hurt people's feelings too. Cats are
yeah.
Sensitive in the
are
streets.
sensitive.
Feelings are definitely hurt. There's no except my feelings because I just
don't-
laugh.
You don't
I
have
don't
to.
care either. Like, I don't like. And when I going back, I honestly didn't think. I didn't know we'd be this good at it. Like, and this is the thing. You have to not watch us on YouTube to really understand, for us personally, how good we actually are. When you can just listen on iTunes and listen to you, and it's a flow. And as many podcasts we listen to right now, and I'm like, man, you listen to theirs and you think it sounds like so spectacular. Like, dang, they're so good. And you listen to ours, I'm like, dude, we're just as good. Like,
I think it's been like that for a while though.
yeah, and you have to like understand, like I said, the progression has been like incredible. Like, doing video, even when you look at the progression of the video, our first video to now is
Well, our very first video, if you remember, was when we recorded us doing our top 5 most meaningful shoes. And that is the worst video ever put on YouTube of all time. That looks like it's from about 1996.
Oh, no, I've seen probably 50 videos in the last 2 weeks that look worse than that.
But you know what's funny is that video was done with the same camera.
Bruh, you
It
guys
wasn't even
literally
a cell
told me about a grill thing where the man popped up like, what was that cooler grill? That video was worse.
That's the worst video of all time.
And another one that was like an infomercial that you told me to watch.
Which
That one was worse. I'm not gonna say who it was, but
I meant the
was it?
quality of the
That-
video, not the video itself, not the content.
yeah, that quality of that video was trash, wasn't it?
Oh no, you talking about we can talk about what Rejuvenator video, Steve's original infomercial.
Oh, that was funny. That was some funny
that
shit.
joint was trash.
And that cooler video was trash or
because I'm
whatever.
sure Steve would say that was trash. Like that.
That shit was
I mean,
funny,
it's still
though.
up, so
That shit was funny though.
I don't know, man. Like I think like even going through.
Steve said, "Are you tired of your kids getting their shoes dirty?" Darn kids. These darn kids.
bruh, it was so professional. It was like
Yeah,
he
that
had
was like a real studio.
I don't think he had a
thing.
tie on, but he had like the shirt buttoned up.
He had
Stuffy
something.
up.
Even just all our guests. I mean, you know, Don, of course, we appreciate Don always coming through to help us out. I mean, Don is pretty much Don's the go-to, you know. And, you know, obviously Daniel, you know, and stuff like that.
Are you forgetting somebody? Are you forgetting somebody that's going to be sad that you forget them?
Whew.
Oh, I'm just trying to say, you're forgetting somebody that might be a little sad if you don't remember.
We're talking still. Y'all learn anything?
Are you done with your shout-outs? That's all?
No, I'm
That's all you got?
not. I'm still talking about us the entire episode. We have
There's not-
nothing else to talk about.
There's not another guy that's like,
Learning-
he might live
Can
like
I
in
get
another
to that?
country.
Can I get to that? I'm going to get to that.
Foreign correspondent?
I'm going to get to that.
Foreign correspondent.
I'm going to get
That's
to that.
actually funny.
Because you know what? He might be. We'll get to that.
Okay. we'll
Y'all
get to
learn anything? Have y'all learned anything from doing this? Anything sneaker wise about yourself?
yeah, people are sensitive. Way sensitive. That's one thing.
I
it.
think
People
they're-
are wasting. I knew
We
that.
don't even our voice doesn't even reach that far and people are sensitive.
I'll tell you what I learned that I didn't expect, and it's weird to me. It's still weird to me that people actually care about what we have to say enough to listen to what we have to say. Like when you send pictures of like people in their car, like listening to us on their IG story or something, or somebody like sitting down on their couch and watching us on their television, or saying like, I can't wait for the Sneak This episode today. Like that still blows my mind that there's even one person that cares enough to listen to us every week, or to sit down in front of a television and watch us, or to put us on iTunes and drive to work listening to us. Still blows my mind. Or the occasional, like George said, like the guy at Nordstrom. I've had a couple times where I'm
Yeah.
like standing in line for something, or
Yeah, undefeated, same thing happened.
undefeated, or you go like just walk around the mall, or like I went into Hat Club a couple weeks ago and like people were like, "Oh, are you that guy from the Sneak This?" And
I went
it
there.
completely blows my mind.
I went
that people
there-
listen to what we have to say and actually care.
Maybe it was
I appreciate it.
Maybe it was when me and Rudo I was in line with Rudo. We won what's the Yeezy, yeah, whatever not the most
the
recent
kid
blue
one, though.
tint, the other one. Yeah, the one I got from my niece.
Beluga?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Beluga too.
And Charles, is this his brother? The one who works in the store we always see?
I don't know what he is. Cousins?
Whatever. But he was like talking to somebody and I walked up, he's like, when you guys gonna have me on the show?
He always asks that.
I know, but like I'm thinking like, how does he know who I am? I think I've said like 2 words to him ever. Like, all right. Whenever you want. I don't care.
Yeah, I tell him that too. Just come through. You even gotta
Yeah,
tell us. Just
when-
walk in. Like just open the door and walk in. Yeah, I mean that's happened a few times, and saying it over and over again. We literally make not one penny from doing this.
Not one penny.
All right, not one penny.
We
all right?
pay to do this.
We pay to do this
out of our own pockets.
And-
The first of every week, we PayPal George.
which is kind of crazy because like I get, there are people that they have a lot. Like there's like a guy who sent me somebody at like. I mean, he was infuriated with my Black Panther review last week. I mean, like, he said I was ignorant. I mean, he did not like it. And he was like, and he said something like,
He said
it was a multiple people actually.
He
But
said you were
this guy goes,
like that guy that lived in the cabin.
he goes, I don't know if I can listen to you guys anymore. And I was like, honestly, you telling me you're not listening to a free show? What do you want me to tell you? Like, it's a free show. Like, you're not hurting. Like, it doesn't do anything to me if you don't do it, And I wasn't trying to be like that, but it's amazing that, like, people take
I don't
the time.
mind criticism, whatever.
I love
it
the
is.
criticism. I think I'm more I get more
No,
comfortable.
well, I'm saying like jerks or whatever. Like there's a
like
difference between
that.
people saying like.
I like that.
I'm just saying I don't care. It doesn't bother me.
Well, no. I'm saying like I'm more comfortable with the criticism or people that don't like us than I am when people like us. It makes me feel weird. Like people would be like, bro, like early on when somebody would like DM or send a message and like I'd be like, oh, what's up? Like, oh yeah, appreciate it, thanks, bro. You responded. And I was like, the heck.
The only
Like,
difference for me is on social media or whatever, I'll like the posts or comments on YouTube that praise us, and I won't like the ones that don't. But I don't respond either way.
I
don't
like
care.
them all. Like I don't.
Oh yeah, I just don't. I'm indifferent on it. I just click on it because I'm on the app. You know what I mean?
Like somebody would be like, yo, the episode is just, oh, yo, y'all guys' show is changing things. You guys are moving. You guys are doing this and that. And I'm like, I feel weird. But when somebody says like, yo, y'all stupid, y'all just, I love it. Like it doesn't make me feel weird. It made me question myself. Like I'm a weirdo.
How
But
about
you
when
know,
people say you're the third best podcast? Sneakers.
and see, that's another thing too.
Trash
And now,
can,
okay, now, and this is not taking. Let me tell you something.
I don't
When
even know if the
say-
other ones are podcasts they're talking about. Didn't you? They just got on iTunes.
Right. And now this is the thing. Not talking like all the shows, it doesn't matter. Honestly,
He looks
us,
too. He's distracting today. When
us,
he looks.
all these other shows,
All right.
like all these other stuff. Honestly, like I look at this as almost like stuff isn't real to me. Like this is like fake work. It's like second job, but it's not real. Like
fun.
It's just fun.
There's an outlet.
And this is not taking anything away from any other show, but it's not easy getting 3 people here at the exact same time every day.
No.
Anybody can do something.
Well,
from
yeah,
their
we miss.
living room.
Some people miss shows. And
right.
Whatever else.
We could.
Oh,
do it
you
from
talking about
Right.
doing like the video?
And when I always talk about like the other day, I don't know whichever one of you talk about Greg loves credit. You goddamn right, I do love credit. I love the credit
been
because of
saying
how
I
much
bet Greg.
hard
So
it is.
one.
I bet Greg gets so much extra credit.
That's
in
another thing
high
I don't.
school.
Oh no, I didn't know.
That's another thing I don't care about. I don't care about people giving us credit. We know if we came up with it.
Yeah, but see, I like the
And
credit.
the funniest thing to me was like we hit people up social media like, bro, you gonna credit us? And they'll be like, oh, we filmed that 2 months ago and just
Right.
dropped it. Like, man, what?
I mean,
shut up.
That's the thing too. We've,
corny, though.
We've gotten into it with a lot of like complex. We've gotten into it with a few people.
Why would you hold on to content for 2 months? Especially if it's like something and people will click on. People love cereal. Like
We love cereal.
that's what I'm saying. Like he was like, we filmed that 2 months ago. Like, what are you talking about, man?
And it was like, why'd you put it out now? We
Yeah.
had just put ours out,
Yeah.
and it was like you just.
And no one
decided
else is
to-
talking about cereal. Like Ronnie Feig obviously been talking about cereal, and he has a store with cereal and whatnot. But no one else talking about cereal topics. Not that cereal topics a big topic, but people like talking about stuff like that because everyone has an opinion. Not everyone has an opinion on like LeVar Ball or Nike Epic React, but everyone has an opinion on movies, cereal, whatever top
Yeah.
common shit.
Which is a kind of a crazy thing. There's obviously been other shows and stuff like that before us. I find it amazing that not one of them did a top 10 list after every single episode.
There wasn't there was like a couple.
There were a couple, but still, like I feel like a top 10, top 5 every single week is like
that was my idea, by the
basic
way.
thing.
You guys are
it
welcome.
probably
That wasn't your idea.
Yeah, it was.
It was
Oh, no.
Andrew Trejo's idea.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, yeah,
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't. I said that.
Dang, y'all want credit so much. I
Yes,
don't
it
know,
was.
man.
Guarantee you.
It was Andrew Trejo's idea.
It's
Okay, well,
hard
we
to
can't
say.
look back in the text thread that
He
far.
was
but
like, "You guys should
It's
do a
hard
top
to say
10 every
because
week."
I do remember Trey.
that was said after I said let's do top 10 whatever for the show, and then he said he
Oh,
listened and he
okay,
was
that
like,
might
do
be
it every
right.
week.
Okay.
I think, I think Trejo's. I think we did it once, and then we didn't do
I'm
it
not trying to
again.
take credit away
and
from
Trejo
people,
was
but
like,
yeah,
and
it
Trejo
was my
said we need
idea.
to do it every single week.
It was. What's that guy's name?
was.
It was David Letterman's idea. So F you.
Most of his top 10 wasn't even funny. Over here, be like,
Like I said, and this is like I said, I'm not
got the
dissing
applause
no
light on
shows.
for corny jokes.
Now, going back to that too, the original name of the show.
Your
okay?
mic's off.
It's off.
I'm just kidding.
Like I said, you guys are jerks.
The original name of the show. The name of the show, coming up with a name. There's sneaker talk, sneaker this, sneaker. That's easy. Shoe this, shoe that. And I was like, sneakers discussion, sneak this, and I used it as like a what is it? Euphemism? Is that what it is?
No, it's a double entendre.
Double entendre, where it was like we're gonna say how we feel, this, and we're discussing
Sneakers.
That's what it was. Now, I weren't dissing on purpose. And this is I hate when
No,
people
we
think-
didn't. The whole point wasn't to diss people, but if you do something dumb, we're going to talk
We're
about
gonna
it.
say it.
Yeah, we're going to talk about it.
I mean, we can go. I mean, let's go back. Shootubers. Stuff like that. That's probably
Sneaker
what
YouTuber.
got us kind of noticed. All right. I'll admit that. Now, it wasn't a planned thing.
No.
It wasn't.
It was
It was.
it was because we used to drink. I feel like since we stopped drinking, we've become less angry.
No, the reason why I don't say a lot of stuff I don't say anymore is because I just don't have the time to argue on the phone anymore. I'm argued out on the phone. Like I'm
People
talking,
call you and argue with you?
No. Oh yeah. People have called
I've
and
gotten calls
argued.
too. Yeah, I've gotten
All
calls
right.
too.
And-
But I've also met some very nice people through our dissing.
The dudes I met the other day at Nordstrom were super cool.
Well, no, but like
Okay,
when we had the
do
problem.
you guys regret anything we've ever said?
No, yes.
why?
If I could go back, I wouldn't have said.
I mean, if we said something and someone like committed suicide or some shit, then yeah, of course. But I don't think anything like, why are you laughing? Huh?
I don't
you
know.
going out for certain?
That's
huh?
extreme, bro.
That's extreme.
You said regret.
I'm gonna
Why would I
tell you
regret something I said?
I know, but I don't
We
know
haven't
why it
forced
made me
nobody.
laugh, though. I don't know why.
I wish that night that I had like
Look at
4
his
Bud
face,
Light
look.
limes. I didn't.
face.
I didn't say. I wish I didn't say fuck that company that cleans shoes. That's not Rejuvenator.
Now, what's funny
Why
is
does that matter?
that you started. Oh, that was probably the biggest start in chain
shot
reaction
heard
to
around the
everything.
world?
All right,
What was?
when we were just talking, he goes, "That's crap," and it was like,
See, that's that. They think that we cut stuff out. That's that. I mean, right there. That's one of the examples.
I don't edit a single thing out. Like, well, unless we get really wild. Okay, I have before.
Yeah, but the last time we did it was probably before we started video.
And, I had to ride with Ryan when he said that. I wasn't going to go against it.
Okay, well, we also did about 57 brand shout outs in episode 1. All right, we learned our lesson. We
did.
If no one is paying us to be here, there's no brand loyalty. Like, you know what I mean? We all have the brands that we like because of the product or the quality or whatever.
Yeah, but when I
don't-
said bike rider bitch, that was probably going too far.
I don't even remember.
What was that?
He's that bike riding guy that's not always
Oh.
yeah.
That was
yeah.
probably a little far. That was a little too far. I
London
think.
man or whatever. Manchester man, whatever that. The
but-
bike trick man.
And you know what's funny is that I think
Jumping over people on the bike. Go away,
and I think when George had said, when people started sending us stuff and responding to us, and I was like, they actually said something back, like, and it was like, like,
For what?
like Kais and people like that were like responding
Well,
back,
they
saying
said
stuff.
they would respond
Listen,
without
people
responding.
have known who we are. They may not want to admit it or address it, or people have known who we are for a long time. All right?
You know what? Something else that surprised me is the people that we've talked to. I would have, if you would have told me 100 episodes ago, one day you're gonna have an hour-long conversation with DJ Clark Kent, I would have been like, "Fuck you, no, I'm not." if people would have told me that I was gonna like talk to,
It would have been a lot
exchange-
better if he was here in person.
Yeah, but if people would have told me that I was
Oh,
gonna,
no, fam.
if people would have told
Nah,
me,
because I've seen videos. He's like kind of like a little jovial type person. I think he just was busy or something that day. I don't know.
I think
Plus the audio was bad. His connection, whatever, was trash.
I think if people had told me that we were going to be on the phone for an hour and a half and I'd be exchanging DMs with Dion Point from Concepts, I'd be like, no, I'm not. He's never going to. Why would he talk to me? Why would he talk to us? And I still think that sometimes, like when we have guests on, I'm like, why? I'm very grateful that these people take the time out of their day and their lives to talk to us, but sometimes like it's still like surreal to me that like people actually do take the time out of their day and their lives to come talk to us. Matt Halfhill, Rack. I mean, I'm probably forgetting 100 other people, but
I mean, clearly with Dion and some of those and Rack and some of those people, they enjoy just talking and having conversation.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't think they knew who we were and they have the ability to go to YouTube and
Boost
see
God,
what
Teddy.
our product is. But I think some of those people would have talked, maybe not to anyone. And granted, our show is whatever you wanted. The content's better than majority of shows, but I think they just enjoy that like camaraderie thing. So like, I'm not necessarily
and
saying
low-key,
I'm not saying they came to talk to me.
I know we're going to talk about what our favorite episodes are, I think. But low-key, one of the low-key episodes that I think was really good was our second episode with Tony D, because it really gave him the opportunity for us to have a conversation about our opinions and let him rebuttal, and I thought it was very respectfully done from both ends, and I thought it was a really good show and a really good conversation.
That episode was kind of crazy twice because we had D from FBCC on, and we had Tony D first, and that conversation with Tony D was
you created
great
chaos. It was all your fault.
because just thinking
You created
about
chaos.
now.
John Geiger hates you now.
Now, see, that's what's crazy too is the fact that
not anymore because of Rack.
No,
Oh, yeah.
no,
John
he's-
Geiger's a homie
Well,
Yeah, I don't know about that. But,
I don't know. He kind of sunned me, and I just took it. All right, because I did jump out the window.
yeah, but you
Who
talked
sent
to
you?
him though.
John?
Yeah, I told you when he sent the messages to me and he sunned me.
John did?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you actually got messages from Geiger.
Yeah, he DM
Yeah,
sneaked
he
his account.
sent me. Well, he did that, and he commented on my post, and he said, I mean, he basically said, because this is the thing, I admitted I was wrong. Like, shout out to FBCC, super cool cat that we also met, great product, good dude. I mean,
Yes.
when I'm talking about doing stuff in Oakland in the Bay Area, like, I mean, dude bought kids sewing machines and like teaching them how to sew and stuff. I don't care what anybody say, Geiger, anybody about him.
No, he's
A
lit.
100
that
legit
stuff
dude.
that he did for the kids with the
I'm talking
kid
like
fashion
he's
designers.
on another level out there in
Yeah.
Oakland, and that's
He's doing
100%
good- he's
fact.
doing great things
And I'll
out there.
always support him.
Yes.
Now, going back, did I jump out the window?
Yes.
On Geiger, I did jump out him without just even explaining. I just jumped out the window on him. I did. Now, starting a podcast, I would have never thought I would have got sunned by Geiger or sunned by DJ Clark Kent. Like, I mean,
you might be DJ Clark Kent's grandson. He sunned you, and then another.
Look at his face when he was talking about that Jay-Z stuff. Dude, your face, you gotta go back and watch that episode. When he said that stuff about Jay-Z, he was like, "We didn't," and you were just like,
man.
"No, it wasn't that face. It was just like that. Like you could tell he was angry and surprised at the same time. I can't even duplicate the face.
But I'll admit though, I didn't know a Dion Point existed. There are people that like I didn't know a rack existed. I didn't know people existed because I never had to pay too much attention to it. Being a sneakerhead, I focused on buying sneakers. I had never watched.
Yeah, but the last time we built a relationship with any shop was alumni board shop. We don't go anywhere and talk to people. We know Jeremy from other stuff.
Yeah.
So like, but it wasn't like the stories with who told us the story.
Rich Mays.
Oh, Rich Mays. Yeah, he just would go hang out in the store all the time, and then it was like almost. Wait, was that him or was that Dion?
It's Rich.
Okay.
I mean, Dion used to go
thought he
to
said-
contests all the
yeah,
time, and
they
then he
thought
started
he was
like
like an
helping in the
employee or
back.
something.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
started like helping in the back just to get shoes held for him.
We haven't
and-
done that.
But I
so-
think Rich Mays said he worked for free. Or was that
Yeah,
both of them?
that was
Maybe
both
they
of them. Yeah,
did
they both
both.
had very similar stories.
But even that, like we're interviewing people that work at major media outlets. We're interviewing the person that came up with like stuff we consider grails. We talked about Kennedy's on Fab. I mean, who would have thought I'd talk to a person that was responsible for the Kennedy? Like, that's crazy, all right? I mean, honestly, and now there are a lot of people I'm trying to get on and talking to now that I'm talking like, I shouldn't even be in contact with them, but I'm
And
in
that's
contact
facts.
with them. Like, these are 100% facts about people that might be coming on here soon. And there's a lot of people that tell us no. There's a lot of people that say like, oh, bro, nah, I'm good. There's a lot of people that like, I'm talking on TV and movies who told me, I just don't know sneakers like that. I don't know sneakers like that. You might not be able to get nothing out of me. I don't know. And I just never hear from them again. I'm talking like NBC, ABC movies, all right? Facts, all right?
Hallmark Channel.
And it's like
Hallmark
yeah.
Channel Christmas special. He's talking about, what was the girl's name from Full House? He's talking about DJ from the
DJ
Full House.
Tanner.
Yes. LeBron said, "I don't know enough about sneakers, fam. I don't know. I don't know where you're gonna be able to get out of me, fam."
And there are people that like I feel that we're gonna get to these people. And
You know what we should try to get? Honestly, we can't do it right now because he's in college, and I don't know if it violates any NCAA rules, and we don't want to be in that space. But Alonzo Trier, the player down there in Tucson, is like known on social media as one of the biggest sneakerheads in the entire
could get them.
atmosphere, whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it.
I don't know how that works.
I've
to
sent,
somebody like that.
so I got that response back from who I told you.
Right.
And I've sent because somebody responded back like, yeah, let's get this set up, send it to my booking email. So I've now sent 3 emails to that email, hoping to get a response back. I can say it.
It doesn't matter.
What?
Nah, I don't care.
Nah, we want it though.
Yeah, we do, but I want to say it though.
And
Say what?
who responded, and then now it was
Oh. Well, yeah. I mean, you can definitely mention some of the ones who not maybe recent ones, but ones you talked to months back or
What,
maybe
that
you
said,
already
like,
did.
no?
Yeah.
No, not necessarily no,
Oh.
but like hit me up here and later down the road or whatever.
Oh yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to do that because they still
I think
might.
you already said it though.
Well,
No, I
tag.
never did.
They can
alright.
people. Our listeners can tag them. They can tag Stally. Get him on the show.
I
Wale.
said-
They can tag Wale. Get him on the show.
Yeah, like the Wale thing, I thought was gonna happen.
I thought the Wale thing was going to happen also.
I did.
I really did.
Not saying that it won't. It still could, but I thought that one was gonna happen. Especially when he was here, and I thought it was a possibility of that because he was at Scottsdale Mall. I thought it was a possibility for that, but it just didn't work out that way. But like going back, guess. So
that's
like, I even going back, like talking to JC from Remember Necessities. That one, if I had to pick something that I kind of regret, it
You
might
guys
be
might want to
that.
watch that.
But I think that one was one of those situations where it was such a crazy yikes. LeBron out here doing stuff. That went through his legs. I think that was one of our best conversations as well. I think that was a really good conversation we had with him.
It was
And it,
Yeah, but you definitely
disappointed
kissed his ass,
afterwards,
though.
but
I what?
You definitely kissed.
wait,
his
who are you
ass,
talking
though.
about? JC or
Yeah. Greg
No,
was
he-
all up in this stuff.
No,
You
I don't-
smoking
I don't
Sherm.
think so.
That's
You
what. That's
definitely
what.
smoking sticks.
That's what. What's his name said?
Who? Corgi?
Corgi said that. Corgi said. Corgi said you were stroking him.
Corgi hates us sometimes
doesn't-
and
he
loves
doesn't-
us sometimes.
Well, I don't think he hates us.
No, he doesn't.
I think
Corgi actually
his-
posted us on his page. All right, like
This-
he doesn't post
listen.
a lot of stuff.
I like
there,
Corgi. He posts everything.
there
He
is a
leaves it
lot. There, number one, there's a lot of truth to what Corgi says. There's also a lot of stuff that I'm not saying is not necessarily not true, but I won't agree with because it's a personal opinion and I feel a different way. But when he talks about not owning a consignment store thing,
Right.
but having a social media presence as a 35 or 40-year-old or whatever and hanging out with 14-year-olds or whatever it is, 16-year-olds, there is absolutely a problem with that.
Of course.
Okay? I'm sorry. Now, if you have employees in your store who are
You know who
underage,
else used to do that?
and that's whatever you got
You know
going
who
in the
else
store,
used to
that's fine.
hang out with 16-year-olds when they were in their 40s?
Okay. If you say
You know who else?
if you say Michael Jackson, I'm leaving right now.
Michael Jackson. And we all know how that story
I
ends.
think you hung out with people younger than 16, but
Yeah, he still sells more records than everybody on earth. Yeah, that one was a great conversation, and then
I think both of our Teddy interviews were good.
oh yeah, they were really good.
Yeah.
I think the thing with
Dion.
JC from Remember Necessities, like I like him, I do.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of
You good?
how
yeah, I've been looking at it.
I'm not a fan of like showing a lot of like success for some reason. I'm just not.
It's not even like my issue with it wasn't
Maybe
even
I
the
was hating a little bit.
But my issue with it wasn't even the showing the success. It was like the over eccentric showing of success, like showing like poor man Floyd Mayweather bragging about
Yeah.
it,
Like
carrying stacks of money
you
out.
know what it was? That one,
that's just
and that's the thing. And I know he doesn't like, well, at least he doesn't like me because I told him it wasn't you guys, it was me. And I told him that, and he said, and he basically, dismissed me and said, "God bless you and have success," whatever he said. And I genuinely do like him. I don't like those money machines. I don't like those, because it's stealing. It's stealing.
gambling.
It's a slot machine. It's a
Yeah.
fake. It's taking money from a lot of people who have no idea. They think they have a legitimate chance of winning a shoe out of a Keymaster. You have no chance. I'm telling everyone who listens to this, never play those things, okay? They're not, you have no chance, all right?
You don't not have a chance.
Yeah, okay, if you're like, they set the machine for like the 200th person, okay, if you're number 200, you got a chance. Now,
But I mean,
now, let me go back to
it's
him
no
real- just
different
real
than a
quick.
slot machine, though. I
This
just
is
wish
what-
that people knew what it really was.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a
This
game
is-
of chance.
This is what, yes, okay, it's not a game of chance. That's
It's
the
not a
thing.
game of skill. It is a game of chance.
It makes you think you're in control. You're not.
No, you're not. It's a
not
game of chance.
No.
No, yeah, a game of chance means that you're not in control. A game of skill means that you're in control.
No, but
it's a game of chance.
But the machine makes you think you're in control. I mean, you got people like this. You have no shot. You can stand there and line that key up all you want.
Well, you have a shot, but it's whatever the odds are. It's
whatever the odds are, yes.
1 in 100,000.
So it is a game of chance. You have a chance of winning, but it's not a skillful game.
A game of chance to me is I throw dice. I have a chance.
But that's what he's saying. It's built like a slot machine.
Right.
A machine that has a probability factor built in.
The thing that made me on JC was the whole. He had posted like about the watches, and it was like, which one should I get? Like probably $30,000 watches, and I'm just like, come on, man. Like you don't gotta do that. Like I don't.
No one has to do any of that stuff on social media,
now,
especially when they talk about being humble.
Maybe that's what it was.
Yes.
Because now maybe I'm just hating. I can say if I'm hating or not.
No. See, hating that's the thing. We talk about it a lot. Hating, in my opinion at least, hating is when you're mad at someone just to be mad. Not when you're actually pointing something out that is a legitimate social ill or whatever you want to call it, societal ill. Someone saying I'm humble and then posting the entire Supreme Louis Vuitton collection on social media
that's different.
is an issue.
Right.
Like people should have legitimate beef with folks who do that if they tell you they're a humble person. So that's not hating to me. Hating would be like, I can't even think of an example right now.
I have
but
an
like,
example of hating. I hated on somebody in college. But
like if you hate, like if somebody wins a raffle for Air Jordan 1 Off-White and you talk shit because they won a raffle and you hate because you don't have it.
Yeah,
and
that's
do.
a good example. Or like, like two good dudes are going for the same girl and the girl picks one, and then that dude
I hated
goes
that
and snitches on him or something.
I hated in college. This girl that I liked her, and then me and her were talking, and she said she liked this other dude. I was like, man, he ugly. I started hating. That's hating. All right.
He said, his sneakers, whack. His game, whack.
Man, he
his
weird,
rap,
man. I said,
whack.
he's weird. They got yellow teeth. I started super hating.
His car, whack.
I mean, I think everyone has done that.
Of course.
At some point. Every male. I don't know about, I can't speak for women. I'm sure women do it too.
They hate now. They hate till they die. They hate on each other till they die.
Well, they're yeah.
There's women that be like, I don't hang out with other women. I only hang out with guys. They'll never talk to a woman that only hangs out with. They don't hang out with other women. That means it's you. You're a problem. What was like a turning point?
Turning point for the episode, for the show?
For the show. Like, when did you think, like, what made you really see, like, what we do is, like, value or important?
When I said, fuck that sneaker cleaning company, that's not Rejuvenator.
I guess I could be one.
That was when I realized, oh my God, people actually listen to what we say.
Yeah. But I think what happened to a lot of times is a lot of people, we talked about things that were corny, which we still do, and I still think these things are corny. Like, it doesn't change that. But I think a lot of people started getting upset when they liked us, like they listened to us all the time, and then when we started saying stuff that they did, it started to bother them.
Tony D asked on that episode if we had a definition of
corny.
What's corny, and I don't know. That episode I couldn't think of it on the spot, but I thought of it after the fact, and I don't know if we ever brought it back up. So I'm glad that you said something about it. But to me, it's if there's something that you wouldn't do off camera.
That you're doing on camera for attention.
Yeah, that's corny. Yeah. So if you wouldn't do the same thing off camera, you should be saying to yourself, "Why am I doing this? This is corny." That's my definition.
Like, I find it
purely for attention.
I still find it amazing.
But you can do it for attention when the masses aren't watching you. If your buddies are doing, or you're at a house party or something, you're just trying to get attention from a girl. That's different than putting something that 1 million people can see.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
I think when I realized people like, wow, like we're actually kind of doing something that's all right. 2 points. Jay and FRITO. Now, Jay sent us a handwritten letter and all of us hats all the way from China. That was the first time I said, yo, like.
If you didn't catch earlier, that was our overseas correspondent.
That and you thought I wasn't going to talk about.
Hinted to you.
Jay is, I talk to Jay probably every single day. Like, Jay is a very important to the show, to the fact of he's always listened, he always supports. He's one of the original people like, yo, if y'all need help, whatever you need, whatever, all the time. And, you know, it sucks that one day he'll be on the show one day when we ever make that happen. But
He
when
said
sent
that he was going to send us something for Chinese New Year, but he fucked it. And then I said, I don't know if we want anything that you fucked. And he said, you'll see one day.
Pause.
And it made me feel funny.
I think getting a handwritten letter, actually, it was typed, a typed letter and free hats from around the world. I was like, wow.
Shit,
like
I meant to
somebody
wear it
cared.
today.
Oh,
Mine's in my hat closet.
I meant to wear it because episode 100.
And then FRITO. When you have somebody fly across the country
to sit down and talk to you.
sit down and talk to us, you can't, there's nothing.
That is humbling.
That is like, whoa.
Yes.
All right. And Los too. Los would have came as well. But and considering Los still got on and talked to us during that episode, considering everything that he was going through, is incredible. If there's anything that Los or FRITO ever needed from me that I could provide, help, anything, I would do so. All right. That's a genuine act of like, that's real humbling. He didn't come from California. All right. He didn't just drive up from Tucson. Right. He flew across the entire country, from Virginia to Arizona to sit here with us, like a 2-hour episode. Yeah. And then we hung out, chilled, and
we got beers and Mexican food.
Like, that's crazy. Yeah. And FRITO opened my eyes up a little more to like my city because he had never been here before. So stuff that he saw was amazing to him. I mean, I had never seen somebody so excited to see a cactus. All right. But we see that stuff every single day. Like, I don't care about it. He took a picture for the graffiti. Me and you drive by every Wednesday coming here. I've never noticed it one time. It made me pay attention to other stuff. It gave me a new restaurant to go to.
It didn't make you go to the doctor when you had 104 temperature.
Oh, nothing can make me go to the doctor except hallucinations. But
he had sleeping 18 hours.
He found his spirit animal.
Those two things, Jay.
You counted the most sheep. You might have counted the record for sheep that night.
Oh, no. I counted like, I was counting weird stuff. Counting like demons, bro. I was scared. But like I said, Jay, FRITO, Los, those three probably, I mean, I don't know if I could ever, I'm not going to sit there and say I'm going to fly to Virginia one day and do it. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do that, but I'll always help them out. Anything they ever need from me, I'll always help them out. Facts, except money.
Except for money. So don't hit me up, fam.
But yeah, other stuff. I'm trying to think. Not a lot of stuff.
I mean,
Dion,
we have been here for a while already. It may not seem like it, but
getting the stuff from Dion Point, the stories.
Stories were amazing.
Those are stories that literally probably, I'm talking people in the industry, whether they've listened to our podcast or not, have never heard before.
Yes.
I don't know if we would have ever heard those stories. And this is the thing, I can't think of another. Have you guys ever watched another Dion Point interview before? I never saw one.
I mean, I saw print stuff. Like, I've seen a lot of like 5-10 minute videos and like stuff like that, but not to the extent that we discussed them, and not the stories that we got from him. And that was honestly, if it wasn't my favorite episode, it was one of my favorite episodes.
But this is the thing. I think that's a testament to us. Like, we ain't never interviewed people. Like, but we ask different questions that a lot of people don't. I read these plenty of Clark Kent interviews, plenty of people interviews, and the stuff that they ask is always the same. What got you into sneakers? You know, what's that sneaker that you haven't been able to find?
What's your grail?
Do you get hooked up still? What's your grail? What's all that stuff? Like, I don't think if we had the foresight to ask specifically about a When Pigs Fly or let him know that we appreciate this. And it's documented. Like, there's nobody that can sit there and say, oh, you guys had Dion Point, and well, you guys, sucked his dick, you Kennedys and all that stuff. No, there's nobody that can say that.
I think that was one episode where we just pretty much let the person talk.
But that's the best thing to do is to let the person talk.
That's my point.
Premium Pete. What am I talking about? Premium Pete. Okay.
I wasn't here for that episode, but I did listen to it. It was a very good episode.
I mean, it wasn't like on the storytelling type shit like Dion Point was, but yeah, you just let Pete's been.
It was different.
You know what I mean? He's not telling specific stories about instances where like things were set up for the user and the user experience and how they came up with designs and that kind of thing. Yeah. It's different. But look how long Pete's been around for. Like, if you try to talk over someone like that, you're the moron. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, that's.
Even Rack coming here and telling us about the Kobe retros that
Matt
were coming.
Hatfield.
Yeah,
Matt Hatfield.
he told us about stuff that was for the future. So it's, not so much storytelling, but yeah, definitely important shit that people want to know about.
Just even
We talked to the
opportunity.
founder of Nice Kicks. I text him occasionally. We exchange text messages. Like, I would have never thought that I would be talking to the founder of Nice Kicks.
And the thing is, what's funny is that he emailed us. I'm
Yeah.
talking like
Episode 10 or 12. Early.
And you know what he emailed us off of? And I don't want to like blow up his spot, but he agreed with a lot of the stuff that we were saying about YouTubers and stuff like that.
And the way the culture is moving.
And he emailed us and offered us to buy us a beer. We were in California. And like I said, a lot of these people we might have knew of, heard of, but I think it showed like the effort in trying to get these people on and get new stories and perspective and new opinions. And even given the opportunity to just like regular people who wanted to just be on the podcast. Like I still want to get Lars on. Like we have to get Lars.
We have to get Lars on. Peterman, if you're listening.
He supported us day one.
His following is bigger than ours is. That's the funniest part about it.
Like he supported us forever, and I'm like, I got to get him on. Like it just hasn't seemed to work out, or like I wanted for us to get some episodes in with just us for a while.
Yeah.
Man, Matt Hatfield, like we said, Rack, Tony D. There's a lot of people that we can. I mean, I have every single name, on here. But it's more of like, an appreciative thing. I'm Rejuvenator early.
Yeah.
Stuff didn't really work out
We had the greatest sneakerhead of all time on our show.
too well. We literally had somebody who had the first consignment shop in Arizona. Was it the first sneaker consignment shop in Arizona, pound for pound?
Yeah.
And now he's on the run. Like,
apparently not. Apparently he's a salesman or traveling salesman or something because Hannah saw him
Selling elixir.
selling vacuum cleaners.
he's an alchemist. I don't think that. I don't know. I'm just very appreciative of the show.
So,
I
go ahead.
think, me personally, I think starting the show, I will say that I felt like I had to keep buying a bunch of sneakers. I've changed that. I now look at.
Now I buy them all. Again.
Yeah, but you still always did.
No, I stopped for a little while.
You did.
I relapsed hardcore.
It made me look at the internet different. Like, there was a period of time where, like, I was annoyed and angry at everything. And it was going home.
Yes, that's called your life.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I was going home. Like,
You don't hate humans the way I hate humans, but you hate a lot of stuff.
I hate stuff, but like I can express why I hate it. I don't just hate it. All right, like just CNN being on my house, I would just lose my mind. Like my wife, like because I was like CNN isn't allowed in my house anymore if it's gonna be strictly Trump stuff because it's like if I don't support it, I'm not watching this stuff. Like, and I would just look on the internet and see somebody doing something, and I would lose my mind at home. Like I would lose it. Like I would be in the car. I've thrown my phone across the room so many times.
That might have been when we went through our biggest struggles in our group chat was when Trump got elected. Those first 6 months of Trump's presidency changed you a little bit.
Man, then we never even talked about stuff like
Changed
that.
you a little bit.
I just
You started getting ornery.
No, I started feeling like our opinions were more important than they really were. That's what I started thinking. Like, I think I started thinking stuff that we were saying was Bible. Like, it was like, hey, you're not telling me that this isn't corny. Like, you're not gonna do that. And I had to pull it back. Like, you know what? I'm gonna get back. We're just talking. Yeah, I gotta reel it in. And British Customs came on and said, the stuff that I say makes sense. I have no idea how to deliver it. That's when I was like, oh, okay. I was like, all right, well, that kind of makes sense. Like, I took that a little bit to heart. Like, I don't know how to express what I'm saying without seeming angry.
There was only one episode, and I don't remember. I don't think it was Clark Kent. There was one episode where I was thinking, like,
Shout out to Bass Customs.
whoever we were talking to.
Base Customs.
Base.
Your questions were kind of like, your questions
Rob
were,
Base, he's sorry.
I'm sorry.
you
Don't
need
put
to
them
stop
hands
saying
on me.
Bass.
Pause.
He's gonna crunk you.
There was only one episode when we were interviewing someone, and I was like, damn, man, if Greg would just spit the goddamn question out already, I swear to God. I don't remember what it was, though. I don't remember. I don't know if
Yeah,
it's
there
Clark
has been
Kent or
there was a couple interviews at first, and you were like, yeah. Oh, Okay, so well,
It took you like a lot of words around a circle to get to like the question, and I don't even know if they understood what it was. I don't remember what.
or you can tell when you've
It might
lost
have been
interest,
like Dion Point.
or you could tell when you
Nah, because that one went well. It was one where I was thinking like, oh, this kind of.
There's a couple where I know I drew the question out. Like I explained it like twice in the
It might have been before Dion Point. Who was before Dion
Might have been
Point?
Prima Pete. I might have been that one.
Nah,
There's a couple questions I know I kind
Teddy?
of drug that too long.
nah, it wasn't that.
Oh no, Tony D.
Tony D.
It was Tony D. There was a couple what I drug because there's
Maybe.
sometimes when
I
I'm
don't
asking
know.
the question, I'll lose my train of thought, and I'm like, I gotta figure out how to bring this back. That happened once with Dion Point.
But you can also tell when Greg gets disinterested because like the person that we're interviewing will stop talking. Greg will be like, "Oh, okay, well that's cool. Well,
Oh yeah. Well,
okay.
when I'm disinterested at times, I still try. When you two are disinterested, you don't even try. All right.
No, I don't know about that.
Oh, what?
you
When
don't try.
two-
You don't. You definitely don't.
No,
try.
You don't either.
he definitely doesn't. You're talking about me just.
Fact. You too.
You're talking about me just not saying anything, but that's different though. That's not a show with us. That's a show when we're interviewing someone and you guys are asking all the questions. I don't need to ask them anything. I'm just gonna sit here and listen. Because number one, unless it's Dion Point, honestly, there's not really anyone who we had as a guest where we can just be ourselves and joke around. Like
Matt?
we're actually like interviewers.
Yeah, Rack.
Matt Rack.
Matt.
Like
Teddy?
the atmosphere is not like this. That's my point.
What made Dion's episode different was it was a Saturday.
Yes.
That's what made it different as
Not
well.
well, but not only that, he's willing to talk about he
And
he
the
has
fact
he has a personality like us. He's willing to talk about going to the bar, having drinks,
Yes,
doing
and,
this.
and
doing
when
that.
he broke the ice and like made fun of himself, and then you realize like that's okay. Like when I think you said something or somebody said something, and he was like, "Oh, don't worry, it's nothing that nobody's already hasn't said about me before," and like we all laughed, and then from then it just kind of
Yeah, I don't know how to explain it exactly. Like I don't know how to. I just was talking about you not being able to get an interview question out. I can't get a answer for this out. I don't know how to explain it, but there's something.
yeah. You've been talking about this for a long time. Maybe you have the problem.
All right. Yeah.
Maybe the problem's you.
Um,
So I have a question for all of us. What are our goals?
Did you take notes?
What are our goals moving
Wrote
forward?
notes down?
Because we're at 100.
No idea, man. The only thing I can think about is 2 days. I'm so busy.
You're so
Something
pumped.
going on in my house right
Excited.
now. No?
I don't know. I don't have a goal for anything. I think all the goals
The ultimate goal for me, I've already said it a lot of times. I don't care nothing about being famous.
No.
I would like to be rich, but it would be nice if someone would buy our show, put us on TV or on a bigger channel or network or whatever, because it definitely would get. The content is definitely just as good.
Well, I'll
as
tell you what we need
a lot of the
first.
other ones.
Subscribers. So click that subscribe button and tell a friend to tell a friend.
But see,
If we get to 10,000 subscribers, Greg will give you his manor hat and we'll all sign it.
This manor hat.
get the
We're in the same
10,000
hat.
subscriber, I give it. What, man? But I don't care about that though.
He'll take
See, that's the thing.
antibiotics.
See, that's the thing.
He'll give you moxicillin.
No, no, no.
He'll actually go to the doctor.
See, that's the thing too. I don't care about stuff like that.
Care
But
about
that's
what?
how you get
Subscribers
sponsors.
and all that.
I don't care about that
care
either.
about sponsors.
You don't want a
and
sponsor?
No, because okay, this is what I've learned about the theater community. There's a lot of things that you've learned about this now when you're doing something that's called content. Okay,
Content.
One, everything that we've done and said,
When you're
opinions,
contributing.
all of our opinions, 100% original facts. I can't think of anybody. I mean, just off the top of my head, I can't think of anybody who done a sneaker draft. Nobody, all right. Who's done a sneaker Hall of Flames? I mean, the fact that we call it Hall of Flames is kind of like there's a lot of things that we do as original. Our thought process is original. I mean, honestly, I never thought of saying that like, if it don't have 2012 cements and 20 or one's a replica and one's that. You don't hear anybody else saying stuff like that. Like, it's original content that we provide. Now, sponsors, this, that, internet, IG, all this other goofy stuff. We have a hard time even posting pictures of like what we wear that day. I can't do stuff like that. But I notice everybody out there in the world, they tag Stance and their socks and Nike and these companies, they don't care about that stuff. Like, we're already doing all the work for them, but for some reason, everybody out here providing content is expecting something back. I don't want your free socks. I don't want your shirt. I don't want your shoes. Or especially, I don't want that.
I want the bag.
I want the bag. That's what I want. Like, I'm not gonna.
That's
the
what
thing.
I'm saying.
These people
That's
aren't
how you
giving
get it.
anybody.
No, but we're not talking about Nike.
I know, but I'm
We're
saying,
talking
like,
about subscribers.
No, we're not. We're talking about.
I'm not. I'm not talking about being paid by YouTube. I'm not talking about any of that.
Well, you wouldn't be paid by. I mean, you'd be paid by YouTube through
This is the
ads.
thing.
Through ads, yeah.
You know what's funny? And this is just.
But I'm not talking about that.
Like
I just want to
talking
to
about
pay
like
for our
Viceland,
time
like
here.
Vice buying our show, or
Spike TV? Spike
Revolt,
TV?
or I would have said Complex 6 months ago, but I don't even know now.
that stuff isn't like something I'm going for. If it happens, it happens. My only
No,
goal.
I'm
for
not
us
sitting. I'm not sitting by the
I know,
phone
I'm
and
talking
waiting.
about myself. I'm talking about
Are you? I bet
I'm
you
saying
are.
that like I wanted to make sure
I'm looking
every
at the
single
clock
week
right now because
when we
I gotta
make
go home. But
when we make an episode, I want every episode to feel great. Everyone.
Yes.
It's rare I've left here like, oh, this episode's great.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say it's rare. I've let you know that every
have-
week. You think
because
our
you're a
episodes are
weirdo.
whack.
That's why.
No.
You think our episodes are whack every
I
week.
have anxiety like no other person.
How do you feel about this episode?
That's not true.
But my anxiety is through
Because
the roof.
his favorite beatboxer and Phil, if you ever saw them two in the same room at the same time, the universe might. If you get in there with them, it might stop.
Oh, you're 100% right. Like my car has a button.
They need volume.
You could talk notes. All right, like it has a button, notes. You know, you could talk your ideas, and my car saves the ideas. It can read them back to me. I sometimes use it, and I start yelling, at it, and I delete everything. I can't do it when I go home. So you guys don't know what I go do when I go home. I go home, and I literally about to throw the laptop in the trash every single night. I've only left here
You've
twice.
yelled at me for bringing my laptop before, so you already know how I am. So.
Okay, but you've yelled at stuff that somebody else is doing.
Right.
Like, that's them. All right. They should be angry.
Yeah, when I
All
lose a
right.
bet and get mad at 18-year-old college players.
Like, our stuff to me is so great. That's why I don't care about the subscribers and things like that. And I don't care how we sound, if it sounds arrogant or not, because of the work we put into it. It's not easy doing this every night. I go home, and my wife knows I might not come to bed tonight because I'm getting the episode up in the morning for people like, bro, where's it at? Bro, I'm working nights. Where's it at? I don't go to bed sometimes. I come home, I'll start editing. No joke. We say something weird, I'll slam the laptop. And I'm like, mad. I sit on the couch, come back. We stopped drinking up here. I had to stop drinking because I go home. I can't even focus. Like, I'm drunk. Like, I'm faded trying to edit, and I'm losing my mind. Like, I would see one of you guys do something in the video, and, like, I'd, no joke, almost lose my mind. Like, almost break the laptop. Like, my screen.
Like, do what?
Like, I remember one time, I don't know what it was, like, episode 50.
Because I'm about to do it a lot
77. More. I don't know what it was. Something. And George kept going like this. Like, over and over. And I was like, God dang it. There's one time I left the camera. Like, I was just like this. Not in the camera. Lost my mind, all right? And it drives me nuts. But, like, there's cats like Jimmy K, who's always been listening since day one. You know, Machado. I mean, there's a lot of cats that we listen that, like, I enjoy doing this for. And I'm not trying to toot our own horn. I'm not trying to go overboard. I'm not trying to go over the top. I know how great we are, and somebody is going to notice that. I'm not going to tag your Stan socks. I don't want to post your shoes. I don't need a response from Nike. I don't need Wex to say something. I don't need any of it. I need to make sure every single time we come here, we provide something new, something fresh, something you're not going to hear anywhere else. And a lot of stuff we've done is so original, and our ideas are so out there in our own that there's no other podcast that could take them. Anybody else start doing a top 10 list, stop, all right? That's when I go back to old Greg, all right? Anybody start doing stuff, if they don't give me credit for it, all right? I need the credit for what we do here, all right? That's what I need.
I think next week.
You're an angry person.
No, it's like sneaker shopping.
I think.
What about it? He wants credit? Is that what you're saying?
No, growing up buying sneakers, that was the thing. I fed into being the guy that's
He wanted the credit for having the shoes first.
Facts? Like, it's a lot
He
of
wanted
stuff.
to feel special.
Were you talking about the show or no?
He's always been a short.
Just shoes in general.
He's always been a short man, so he needed something to make him feel big.
I didn't need it. Let me tell you, I was great at every single sport. Facts. I was the second fastest kid in school. Kyle Callahan was fast as shite. I was fine.
Oh, Callahan Auto Parts.
I was fine.
Tommy Callahan, his little
But
brother.
Sneakers. I bought sneakers because of the attention that it
We still need to play basketball.
if
If you want to get washed.
please.
We still gotta play basketball.
I don't know, man.
If you get washed by someone wearing old Steve Nash shoes made of recycled trash,
Yeah.
I never get washed.
I'm
The
quitting
reason
this
why I
shit.
don't play basketball now is because I'm terrified of being hurt. Terrified of it. Like, I'm terrified.
I won't hurt you. I'll go easy on you, buddy.
Like, I feel like a knee, Achilles, something weird. I am terrified of being injured.
I'll go easy on you, buddy.
I broke my hand. I couldn't. If I break my hand again, I don't know what I'd do in my life. Facts.
I'll go easy on you.
That might have been the hardest period of my entire life wearing a cast. So
What hand was it?
My right hand.
Oh, that sucks.
It sucks,
Yeah,
bro.
that sucks.
Like wiping your butt.
You got to jack off with a cat.
Dude, no. I don't know if I can wipe my butt with my left hand.
You until you do stuff like that, you're like, oh, yo. I would no joke. I just get off the toilet and get straight in the shower, fam. No joke. Hated it. Hated it. I feel manic now.
What'd you do at work?
I think I'm hot, huh?
What'd you do at work?
I didn't go at work.
Yeah, that's why I come help
I had
you.
no
Hit him,
choice.
George. George.
George, come help me, George.
Come help.
Yo, come
Bro,
downstairs.
if you do that, I might.
George.
You know how thin the walls are there. I might put you through the wall. Dog.
If you put me through the wall, my pants down.
with Dookie in your booty.
You crazy?
And he hit you so hard you skid and you leave a skid mark on the floor. That's a skid.
What's your goal? a skid and a skid.
That's funny.
What's your goal, right? You didn't even say what your goal is.
I mean, I would.
He wants to be
obviously-
famous, duh.
I would obviously like it if we didn't have to pay out of our own pockets to come here.
I would too. My wife would too.
I would like
Actually,
that.
a realistic goal.
Yeah, I would like that.
Shout out to my
I mean,
wife,
there's
too.
a lot of people. There's a lot of people that I'd love to talk to. That
You know what?
I've.
You guys owe me for the month of February.
Oh yeah, okay. There's a lot of people that I'd still like to talk to. That you've reached out to, that I've reached out to. So hopefully some of those things manifest and come through. I mean, I would like to get a bigger following. Like I think it's cool to see that progress. I only look on YouTube. I don't ever look at our followers on any of the other platforms or what
Well, we
kind of.
can't see what on iTunes, but you said iTunes
kind of listens?
is high.
Our iTunes and stuff is lit. All right.
So,
Like I don't care what any other podcast says they download.
What-
All right, we
one-
are doing.
one thing I would like to do is start, and I mean something that probably would be easy to do, but I would like to start putting up more content, even if it's just like us making videos on our phone and sending you from the house of like a sneaker review or doing like a tour of our sneaker collection or whatever. Like I think fans would enjoy that. I think it would
Got
get
a
us.
lot of ideas of stuff that we probably need to actually do.
We've talked about doing like.
I can't do a sneaker review though.
We've talked about doing things at stores with local stores and product reviews.
Yeah, we
and
talked about doing
store
the
tours and
sneaker
things
shopping
like that.
parody before anyone put
Yeah.
it online, and we never did it.
We never did it. But I don't know. I think because I mean a lot of like when you posted the picture of the sneaker room after I got done cleaning it, there's a lot of people that were like, "Yo, you guys should do a top 10 in your collection video or a tour of your collection." I mean, I know that another person we have to get on, Mike Rich. But I know Mike Rich forever used to use just his phone camera to post like all of his videos when he first started. So I think it's at least something we could do.
And I think this weekend too, like I think I started to appreciate the value of like certain people who do sneaker reviews.
Yeah.
Mike Rich, Fomer Simpson.
Yep.
I know he had a little problem with us, didn't he?
He wants to be on. I talked to Foam
But
semi-regularly.
like there are some that are real reviews, and I always wonder what new people are reviews. Like how many bread toe reviews there are out there? I'm like, and I worry that I don't know. I think I worry about like them. I don't worry about us. Like I worry about them. Like man, like I don't want you to do this all the time.
Yeah.
Like, and I worry that people are buying stuff just so they can review it. Like,
There is one thing that I like about the way that Mike does it, and now I don't
take thought pictures.
and I don't know if Tony D does it or they start doing it at the same time. But I like that when they do the review, that they also do an on-foot review. But the thing I like most about their on-foot review is that they do like 4 or 5 different outfits because there's so many times that we're like, yo, that shoe's fire, but how the fuck do you wear it?
Right.
Then you watch those, you're like, actually, you can wear that with jeans. You can wear it with.
Be limited to
You can wear it with.
actually.
You can wear it
I don't
with.
know if I've said that.
You can wear it with jeans. You can wear it with tech pants. You can wear it with black tech pants, gray tech pants, olive green tech pants, camo tech pants, burgundy tech pants.
No, he will say the only thing you can wear with is tech pants, and then you'll start naming off every color of tech pants. That's why.
Well, I say you can wear it with tech pants.
No. He'll be like, you can't wear that with anything except tech pants or whatever. And then you'll be like, yeah, green, yellow, blue, gray, black.
Highlighter, fuchsia,
My
magenta.
only actual goal is just to come back here Wednesday. That's it.
To make it to Wednesday. My goal is to make it through George's wedding.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
It's gonna be lit.
I'm like,
Are we gonna
genuinely
sneak
excited
this
for it. I
film?
don't even know
Are we
why.
gonna sneak this film at George's wedding?
I don't know.
You should have Oscar videography of the wedding.
Oh, he's not
Sneak
gonna
this style. You know, you don't have to, we don't have to feed him. We can like get him a slice of pizza.
Videographer.
I don't know, man. I thought about it, but I'm too paranoid. That's what the closet thing.
You're in the closet?
Man, shut up. I don't
What
like.
about what happened in the
I'm just
closet? What happened in the closet?
I'm saying like tours. You talk about like, oh, sure. I'm just a paranoid person. Man.
You think people are gonna come to you and steal infrared?
No.
They like George is like, turn the infrared off when you come to my house to record so people don't steal my stuff.
Yeah, but like I know.
What was that story about?
Which one?
The one he's talking about.
That was you when like we filmed at your closet.
You're like, turn
and
the
you were like,
infrared
turn the
off.
locator off,
It
fam.
wasn't a closet.
Turn the infrared off. Turn the infrared off. Turn the scopes down.
You're like, bro,
turn the lights
turn the
off. Everybody
locator
get
off.
down.
He was so paranoid people were gonna come rob him.
Yeah, for
Nah,
your SB collection.
I think it was the GPS thing or whatever.
for your 35 pairs of Nike SB highs,
right.
Dunk highs.
Please come steal those.
But leave money though.
No, I'll just make an insurance claim. Get paid somehow.
Yeah. Like I said, my goal is just to come here Wednesday. I love the show. You know, honestly, like I said, I had contingency plans just in case you guys didn't like it or didn't want to come back. I don't know, man. I appreciate you guys. I do. I
We
realize
definitely and like George said earlier, it definitely is a lot more time consuming for you. So we appreciate all the work that you do, all the editing that you do, all the extra out. It's easy to come here and talk, but for you to do everything that you do when we leave here and go to work on no sleep, we appreciate it.
Facts.
Hey, you tearing up?
Nope.
Because
That's something you'll never see me do. Question: how much we bet George cries or not cry at the wedding?
Somebody asked me that, and I actually thought, I was like, I don't know. I think he might cry.
I
I think he's gonna cry.
You say he will?
Yeah, I think he's gonna cry.
George,
because he's
you
never.
cry or
I don't
not
think he's
cry?
ever cried in his life.
Oh, I've cried in my life, but that ain't happening.
I think he's crying. I think he's crying.
You think he's are? How much we betting? Let's bet $10. I bet that he won't.
Oh, you bet that you won't?
Oh, you guys are only betting.
You got to
each
give me
other.
2-1 though. You got to give me 2.
Oh yeah, you can't include me because then I'll do whatever the opposite is on purpose.
You
I
guys
shouldn't even told you
just to
about
win
this.
the money.
We shouldn't even told you.
You got to give me 2-1.
No, then
though.
just don't. You
what?
can agree to
What?
a bet. Just don't say who has what side.
Well, you already
I
know
already
now.
know now.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I didn't hear what you
Oh,
said.
all right,
I
bet.
don't know which one.
$10.
has what.
All right, $10. We got it.
I don't. Wait a minute. I don't care if he knows. Dang it. Oh, I want the other side though. I want that he will cry.
No, he is gonna cry.
Dang it. I wanted that side.
Yeah, he's gonna cry.
You think you guys are dumb?
No,
You're
let me tell you
gonna
something.
cry.
There's a couple times a man will cry.
You're gonna
And I
cry
will
like
tell
a
you
fucking
both.
baby.
I have zero problem crying, admitting I'm crying. I don't feel any kind of like masculinity is gonna lose my man card if I said I cried before.
You're gonna take those earrings out if you cry.
know that.
I'm not crying at my wedding.
Yeah, you are.
Did
me
you
tell
get,
you
did
why.
you get new earrings for your wedding?
Let me tell you why.
I did. I had some custom earrings made.
Hey, rich life. So those SPs had changed them.
No, it ain't rich life. His
Drake
are
must
his
have
are probably
gave you.
more expensive than
Drake
mine.
must have gave you money in God's plan video to get earrings for your wedding.
Yes. There's 2 times man will cry.
Kids born.
Birth of a child and seeing the
Yeah, but
woman you've been in a dress coming down an aisle. It does something to you. I cried at my wedding. Shout out to Chris. He's made fun of me like right afterwards. I was like, what the heck? Shout out to Chris.
Pussy.
Shout out to my homie Chris Crawley. He literally made fun of me like that was it. I do. When the first thing he said to me, I said, bro, I'm at my wedding.
I now know all your friends.
Yeah, we met like people.
But there have been so many times though, like I've been undefeated. Like, what's up, Ryan? And I'm like, God damn it, where do I know you from?
Like,
oh, you're Greg's homie.
That's another thing too. I don't know. Are we missing anything?
I don't
talk about.
I mean, we didn't tell like what got us into sneakers.
Do like a top 5, or
but
whatever,
we'll talk. We can talk about what got us into sneakers next week. This was a good episode. I like this episode.
It was. It might have been a little all over the place, but like we've always been all over the place.
We always have. We can tell our origin stories next week.
We're definitely talking about the wedding next week.
Definitely talk about the wedding.
Oh, he
next
want to
week.
be here.
Tune in next week. We'll talk about. We'll do a George's wedding recap.
You guys can talk about it.
Greg and I's origin stories of sneakers, and we'll do top
Will you
10.
stop saying origin?
We'll do Greg and I's origin stories, and we'll do top 10. Tune in next week to find out.
We actually have to do one. we
Yeah,
have
now
a
we
hard
have to
time
do it.
thinking
I just
of one.
cornered myself. We have to do one now.
Talking about the top 5 today would have been a good idea, but I gotta go.
Got to go.
Well, George got to go. We appreciate everybody listening to us. Subscribe, every single person.
Boing. Damn, 94.
Rich,
Holy shit.
Jimmy,
We almost made it to 100. Oh, we should do 6 more minutes just to get to 100.
That's not even legit though.
Okay.
Because I started it early.
All right, well, you guys stay here. I'll be at my house.
We appreciate everybody. I appreciate our girlfriends and wives and stuff like
Yes,
that.
thank
with
you
us,
for dealing
doing
with
this
us.
every single week. My wife definitely. Hannah.
All right,
Teresa.
one more quick story. Teresa and I were watching the episode the other day, and she doesn't know how much I've been buying. So she was like, we started the pickups, and I fast forwarded. No. So she was like texting, so I fast forwarded, and she was like, "Why'd you fast forward?" And I was like, "Oh, because it's just like
He probably said George
intro
was
stuff."
talking.
And she was like, she was like,
That's legit some shit he was
rewind
saying.
it, and I was like, and she's like, "No, rewind it," and I was like, "Don't worry about it." And she's like, I rewind it. She's like, "Oh, you didn't want me to know everything you bought?" And I was like, "Yeah."
I did that once with Lucia. One time, she
I was like,
she was in the kitchen working. And
You're a jerk. Hannah listens to the show her own. They know how to do that, right?
Yeah, I know.
I know.
I mean,
But yeah.
I thought Rocio was the actual editor all this time, to be honest with you.
Bro, when we had bad episodes,
Actually, yeah.
When you walk in the house, I already know you get attacked, so it doesn't matter.
When my phone rings, I see Rocio, I cringe. I'm like, oh man, she's gonna yell at me for something I did on the show.
Thank God she doesn't call me asking how it went.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, everybody.
And
Thank you to our manager, Rocio Robeson.
I just appreciate it. I don't know, man. Thank you, everybody. Anything else?
That's a sneak diss. Pow. Pew, 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 pew.
A wink and a gun.
Are we leaving them like this?